This is DZONGKHA and welcome to Do You Know Your Child? I'm Choni, your host. Discipline is necessary in every household. The goal of discipline is to help kids choose acceptable behavior and learn self-control. They may test the limits you established for them, but they need those limits to grow into responsible adults. Let's take a look at last week's commitment.
Last week, I committed to have meal with my son together because we found during the show that we have not been giving enough time with my child during meals. So we thought that it is important to have meal together with the child. And since then, we have been trying to have meals together, and it has a lot of impact in our bonding, and it is really important to have meals together with the children. When we have meal together with children, children are encouraged to eat whatever the food are displayed or kept, especially some of the foods which sometimes children do not like, green vegetable or fruits. But when we have together, they are encouraged. They know the importance of eating whatever is there in the plate.
Last week I committed that I will communicate more with my parents, and my father also committed that we'll have dinner together, so dinner time is the best time for me to communicate. Play with my friends.
What do you play?
Table tennis.
I think there is little change. He has been telling what's happening in the school, and also whenever there is something to do, for example, project works or group works that he has to do in the class as well as at home, he tells us and gets help from us also. He requests help. That's how he has been communicating more.
Establishing house rules helps kids understand your expectations and develop self-control. Some rules might include no TV until homework is done, or no hitting and name-calling, or no hurtful teasing allowed. Let's see which family we have today.
This is my little sister. Say hi, Bobo. We call her Bobo, and she's 3 years old, and she doesn't go to school right now. This is my mother, Wong Mo. My hobbies are to sing and draw. My other hobby is to sing, and right now I'll sing my love story. We were both young when I first saw you. I close my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there on a balcony in summer air. See the lights, see the party, the ball counts. See you make your way through the crowd and say hello. Little did I know that you were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles, and my daddy said, stay away from Juliet. And I was crying on the staircase, begging you, please don't go.
I think it's one of the ways where you can actually make them agree on what parents want them to do. Actually, like, okay, I also wanted her to sleep on time, and at times she would stay up very late, very late. And I think through this program, I hope she will learn to go to bed on time, which is at 9 o'clock sharp. And I'm very excited, equally excited, and I'm very much looking forward to this show.
Let's welcome our first participant, Mom Wong Mo, and ask Dorji later the same questions and tally the answers. Welcome to our show, and before anything, do you know your child?
I think I know her enough.
Okay. Earlier you said that your eldest daughter is 10 years old and your youngest is 3 years old.
Yes.
Now could you tell me about why did you decide to keep this gap? And a big gap.
Yeah,
in this
it's a
case.
big gap actually. It's almost 8 years old between the ages. So first we thought like maybe we should have some gaps, like 2 years. I thought a little less for her to grow. I wanted her to grow comfortably.
Yes.
So I was waiting, and then suddenly her dad, he has to go on for his masters,
Yes.
and then after his completing his master's course, then I had to go on for my postgraduate. So in that way, it remained a little more gap between.
But you
two
always
daughters.
wanted a second child.
Yes, I always wanted a second child.
Why so?
Actually, people always think like, small family.
Yeah.
It's always a happy family, but I'm from a joint family. I'm from a very big family, and so I always grew up. I grew up in a very joint big family. So I love having a big family.
Yeah, but I think again you only have 2 of them, right?
Yes, right now.
And
yes.
2 is, I don't think it's
not a
big
big
family. But the way I see it, I mean, I have 2 sisters, and I love having siblings. It is always nice to have someone I can like share everything with, and they'll not judge me. They'll still love me unconditionally. So I think it's a wise decision to have at least 2. If you can have more, go ahead. But if you can, 2, I think is a good number.
Yeah.
Let me explain to the rules. Have you watched the show before?
There's a couple of
Okay, all right. So it's very simple. I'll ask you 10 questions about your eldest daughter who's come with you here. And right after you finish answering them, we'll have your daughter come here. And then she'll answer these questions, and that'll be your score.
All right.
That'll just be the first part of the show.
Okay.
After that, we'll have something called commitment section, where we'll see if you would want to resolve or make a resolution as a parent, and then we'll have your daughter do the same thing. Then after that, we'll have with love. That's our favorite part, where you'll read your letters to each other, and finally we will wind up with the gifts.
Right.
So clear, Mola.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So are you ready for the questions then?
Yes.
All right. Here's your first question. Do you talk to your child about how important it is to tell the truth?
Yes, I often do.
Okay.
In fact, with examples.
I see. When do you find the need to talk to her? Is it when, do you keep it for when she lies, or when she doesn't tell you the truth, or do you just say it before she even...
No, I don't wait for that moment, like when she tells me lie, or I just tell her, like, keep on, kind of reminder, sort of reminding. I keep on reminding her.
Do you think it's effective?
Lying is wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's effective. Like, she's growing. I think at this age, it's important that we teach her this kind of, like, what's wrong and what's
values,
right. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Question number 2. Does your child listen to you?
I'll be honest, mostly yes, but sometimes she would say yes, but then her response would be, like very slow.
I see.
She wouldn't do promptly. So.
Okay. Okay, so she does listen to you?
Yes, she does. She's a very obedient child.
I see,
Yeah.
but she takes her time.
Yes, she takes
Alright. Okay. Well, I think that is always nice. Then you would know that your daughter is not someone who can be bullied into doing something that she's not willing to do. Don't you think? Because she's taking her own time.
Yes,
she's taking this time to think through her.
I think this is one of the best parts that
Yeah.
she has.
I think so too. Number 3, do you have a hard time saying no to your child? When you're supposed to say no to her, do you think, are you able to say it easily, or do you really take time, and is it difficult for you to say no?
I try to explain her before saying no. Like, I don't directly say no. I just tell, like, this is what it has to be, how it has to be done. And if I don't say directly no to her.
I see. Okay. So you do have a difficult time saying no.
Yes.
And when you say no, you explain.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
I do
all right.
explain.
And does she understand you?
Yeah, she in fact, she's, I find a little different from other child, because she mostly understands when I explain, and then she said yes.
Okay, all right. You're lucky. Okay, question number 4. If your daughter refuses to eat breakfast, what would you do?
I make her eat breakfast, at least something that I don't send her empty stomach to school.
So she can eat
yeah,
anything
she
from
eats.
rice to toast?
Yes, she does. She does. She likes mostly, the cereals, the cornflakes
Okay,
she
alright,
eats
okay.
for breakfast.
So there's no option for her. She has to finish her
Yeah,
breakfast.
she has to.
Okay.
It's not necessary for her to finish, but she has to
eat something.
Yes,
There should be
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Okay, I think that's very important because it's the
Yeah.
most important meal, and because we're all busy
That's
in the
right.
morning, that's the busiest part of our day. We sometimes underestimate the importance of breakfast, which is, I think, a huge mistake, especially when your child is growing. And I'm glad you realized that breakfast is important and that she should never leave her house empty stomach. Number 5. What do you tell your daughter when she makes a mistake?
I make her explain like why she does that, why she did that, and how did she committed the mistakes.
And do you have the patience to listen to her answer, though?
I used to have patience when she was the only child,
Yeah.
but now with the second one,
really-
I think my impatience,
Yeah.
I'm getting more impatient, you know. Like, you know,
so what do you do then when you feel like, okay, this is it?
when I'm not, in a mood, sometimes mothers become
yeah.
a little sloppy, so I actually postpone the time,
Yeah.
like I don't, I just say, okay, so I call her later and then I make her explain
Yeah.
to me, yeah.
Okay, I think
Otherwise, they
that's
will be
very nice.
fighting, like.
Yeah. No, and
that's-
I read it somewhere there. If you feel that you're not ready to have a conversation, don't go and try and finish it up.
Right,
Just wait,
right.
give it some time to cool off, then come back, and then you'll be in your sense to talk, make sense to your
Yes.
child. So I think that's important, and you seem to be doing everything right. So that's really good. Question number 6. How many hours of TV can she watch in a day?
Actually, during the weekdays, she's not allowed to watch any of the TV programs except the weekends, the Saturday and Sundays.
Okay, does she follow that?
Yes, she does.
All right, okay. Do you scream at your children when they are naughty?
Yeah, I do. That's why I have adopted this practice of like postponing my timing, like
I see.
the right time. So because I don't want to land up screaming at her every time.
Yeah.
It becomes a habit then. So
Yeah, that's true. It becomes a habit.
Yes.
And we sometimes think that we're adults and there's no like habit forming at this age, or oh, we're always right. We always think that, but
Yes.
there are times where we're mostly wrong in how we deal with our children. So I really like how you say you postpone the
Yes.
conversation for not too long that you forget.
Yeah, exactly.
But you definitely want to keep postpone it so that you'd be in your right state of mind
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk. Okay. Question number 8. What is her favorite color?
It used to be pink when she was a little girl. Now she likes blue.
Blue. Okay.
She asks blue, everything, like she asks in blue color.
I
She
see.
says,
Okay. Question number 9. Would she know her grandparents' name?
I don't think so.
She has all 4 grandparents.
Paternal, only her father's mother's alive.
Okay.
Her grandmother, she's living with us right now.
Okay. She doesn't know her grandma's name.
no.
Okay. She could just call her grandma.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about yours?
Both of my parents are not
Okay.
living, so
All right. Okay then. So you're saying she wouldn't know?
I don't think so. She would know the names.
Number 10. Your last question here. What is her favorite storybook?
I don't exactly know the title of the story, but she loves reading the Roald Dahl's book. So she has
Okay.
also the collections of Roald Dahl books.
Okay, so in this case, because you don't know the name, when I ask her this question, if she says the name of the book and if the author is Roald Dahl, I'll give you the point. But if
Yep.
yeah, if it's a different author, then you wouldn't be getting any points.
And she also loves reading pony books on ponies,
Oh, okay, all right, all right. The spectrum's broader on now. More
But
chances
she has
to get
mostly the
scores.
Roald Dahl books, so yeah.
Okay, all right. Does she read a lot?
Yes, she does.
Okay, where does she get that habit from?
I think she got this habit while she was in Australia. The Western children, they do a lot of reading.
Yeah.
And the best part is she has adopted and developed the reading habit.
Okay. How old is she? How old was
She was
when
six
in America?
years old.
Okay, all right. Well, you've answered all the 10 questions, and now we're going to have Chimi come over, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Right.
We finished talking with the mom, now we have the daughter with us. All right. Chimi, right?
Yes.
Welcome to the show. Before anything, I want you to introduce yourself.
My name is Chimilhamo. I'm 10 and a half years old. I study at Druk School, class 7. And my hobbies are drawing and singing.
Okay, all right. What do you like to draw?
I like drawing anime, ponies, and I like drawing Littlest Pet Shop.
What is that? The third one?
Littlest Pet Shop is some kind of animal show. They have really cute and big eyes, and they have different colored animals, and they're really adorable.
I see. And you like drawing them?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Do you not like drawing plants?
I also draw them, but when I'm told to.
Okay. All right. When you're forced to do it. All right. Chumi, I've asked your mom 10 questions about you, okay? And now I'm going to ask these questions to you, okay? But before we go into the questions, I want to ask you whose idea it was to come to the show.
Mine.
Okay. Why did you decide to come to the show?
It's fun, and it's also something to. It's some kind of thing where my mom and I can be together.
Yeah. See, we started this show just for that. Of course, it's fun. I mean, it's of course supposed to be fun because you and your parents get to spend a lot of time together. And these questions are nothing too serious. Of course, we try to pass on messages through this show, but the main aim of this show is to have some quality, fun time with your parents, or in your case, with your child, right? So I'm glad you see it like that. Now, are you ready for your questions? Okay. Do you have big hopes from your mom? Yes. All right. Here's your first question. Does your mom talk about telling the truth?
Yes.
Okay. What does she say about truth?
She says that it's not good to lie, and if I lie at a young age, then when I grow up, nobody will like me.
Yeah. Why do you think so? Why do you think people don't like liars?
The people who lie, they betray the person's trust.
Yes. And what is trust? I mean, trust is such a big word. I mean, even when you grow up and become an adult, trust is something some people still don't understand when they're like working, even when they're 25, 26, they still don't understand. But you seem to know something about trust. I want to hear that.
Trust is something about friendship.
Yeah.
And it shows some kind of relationship or something like that.
Yeah, it's between mother, not just friendship, but any relationship, like you said, between a mom and a daughter, right? Between a daughter and the whole family, between a student and a teacher, right? There's so many. So, and you're right. You said if you lie, no one's going to trust you. You're betraying people's trust, and it's easy to forgive someone, but it's really difficult to gain their trust back, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Question number 2. Do you listen to your parents? Or in this case, let's talk about mother. Do you listen to your mother?
Yes.
Do you? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So are you obedient? Do you think you're an obedient daughter?
I don't know.
You don't know. What do you think, though? I mean, do you always listen to your parents?
Not always.
Not always. So how, what are those times? Tell me about those times when you don't listen to them.
Like, sometimes I get really irritated, and then they tell me to do this and that.
And do you do them?
Stuff.
Do you do it?
If I'm too irritated, I don't.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So sometimes you said. Question number 3. Does your mom say no to you often?
Yes.
Okay. And when does that happen? Like
When I ask, she usually says yes if I ask if I could go to someone's house.
Yeah.
But if sometimes I have the skin allergy, and then if it's quite bad, then my mom says no, but I don't get irritated at that.
Okay, because why so?
Because I know she cares for me, and she's only saying no because she loves me.
Yeah. So you're very smart. You are lucky to have her because she understands you. And so you're saying, back to the question again. Does your mom say no to you quite often?
Actually, maybe not, because I don't. Because I only ask her when I think she'll say yes.
Okay, all right. Very smart again. All right. Question number 4. How does your mother react to you when you don't eat breakfast? Or if you say, okay, I don't want to eat breakfast, what does she do?
She says I have to eat or I might get sick later on.
So you have to eat breakfast? Okay, what do you eat for breakfast mostly?
I eat this breakfast cereal, cornflakes with milk.
Okay, what about rice? No rice for breakfast?
No, unless the cornflakes is finished, then I have to.
Okay, all right. What about toast?
Sometimes.
All right, okay. What does your mother say when you make a mistake? How does she
If it
react?
was a first time mistake, then she says she understands. But if I do it again and again, then she scolds me.
Okay, how does she scold you?
She says that she repeats this again and again, and I'm not following.
Okay, all right. She says, I've told you so many times, but you're not listening to me. And anything else?
I guess that's it.
Okay, all right. Question number 6. How much TV can you watch in a day?
If I've got homework, then I do my homework. But if my little sister calls me, then I go and stay with her and watch.
Okay,
She wants
and
to.
that's any time of the week?
Mostly on Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay, what about Mondays through Fridays?
Not much.
Okay. Why so?
I get a lot of homework since I'm
Okay.
in class 7, and I also lock myself in my room so that my little sister doesn't see me. But on weekends, I'm like really around the house everywhere, so my little sister can call me.
Okay, all right. That's sweet though. You lock yourselves in the room because your younger sister doesn't bother you. Does she bother you a lot?
Yeah.
Is she the little Anna and you're the Elsa? The Elsa. All right. Okay. Because you sounded like her when you're saying that I try and keep myself in my room so that she doesn't disturb me. Okay. Anyways, does your mom scream at you when for any inappropriate action?
Sometimes.
Okay. Rarely? Rare times,
Rare.
right? And how do you react to that?
Either I feel guilty or I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Mostly
get
I feel
confused,
guilty.
right? Okay, you feel guilty. At least there's that. But second point was you said you don't know what to do because you get confused, right? Okay. Do you like it when she screams at you?
No.
How do you wish? What do you think would be a better response from her rather than screaming?
I don't think there's a better response because I might have irritated her really.
Yeah. So you think screaming is the only way she could have behaved or responded?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you're justifying your mom's ability to scream, which is good. But your mom has told me that she definitely has learned to calm down and she tries not to scream because she doesn't think that it's fair. So which is good on your mom's part. Your question number 8. What is your favorite color?
Either it's pink or blue.
Okay, so it's one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't choose.
You can't choose. Okay, I have red and pink, and I can't choose. All right, number 9. Do you know your grandparents' names?
I guess I know my 2 grandmothers' names.
Okay, what are their names?
My father's mother, I guess her name is Tshering. And my mom's mom, I guess her name was Chhoden.
Okay. Your mom said that your maternal, that is your mom's mom, okay? So your maternal grandma is, she's not with you.
No,
So how do you know her name?
my mom told me once I asked.
Okay, all right. Did you ever spend time with your maternal grandma or
No,
grandparents?
she passed away before I was born.
Really? Okay. Do you wish she was there and she was able, like, do you wish that you could spend some time with your maternal grandma
Yes,
and grandpa? Yes. Okay. But you have your paternal grandparents, right? That's the father's side. Okay. Do you spend a lot of time with your grandparents?
not much. I don't get to see them.
Okay. All right.
My mom's mom, my dad's mother, she's the only grandparent that I have in the house. And I guess she doesn't spend much time with me, but my other great-grandparents from my mom's side,
Oh, okay.
they live in DZONGKHA, and I don't get to see them much.
Yeah. I want to ask you more about your paternal grandma who's in your house right now. Do you understand each other? Can you speak the same language?
We both speak in Sharshop.
Okay, so you can speak Shashub, right?
Yes.
So, do you ever feel like you don't understand your grandma? And does your grandma ever feel like she says, "Wait, I don't understand you"? Does she ever say that?
She doesn't say that, and I don't feel that I don't understand her.
Okay, so you guys talk and you guys are able to connect.
Yeah.
Okay,
Kind
that's
of.
very good. That's very good. Okay. Your last question. What is your favorite storybook, or what's your favorite book?
I guess I like Roald Dahl books.
Okay.
I don't have a particular book that I like.
Okay. But anything that he has written.
I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, with this, you've answered all the 10 questions, and now we're going to take a look at the scores. All right. Do you talk to your child about how important it is to tell the truth?
Yes, I often do.
Yes.
Does your child listen to you?
Mostly yes.
Yes.
Do you have a hard time saying no to your child?
Yes.
Yes.
If your daughter refuses to eat breakfast, what would you do?
Make her eat breakfast.
She says I have to eat.
What do you tell your daughter when she makes a mistake?
Make her explain.
She scolds me.
How many hours of TV can she watch in a day?
Weekends.
Saturdays and Sundays.
Do you scream at your children when they are naughty?
Yes.
Sometimes.
What is her favorite color?
Blue.
Blue.
Would she know her grandparents' name?
I don't think.
I know my two grandmothers' names.
What is her favorite storybook?
Roald Dahl's book.
Roald Dahl books.
You've scored 8 out of 10. So it's really good. You lost 2 points with what would you do when your daughter makes a mistake? You said you'd sit her down and then explain to her and make her explain why she did it, but she just outright said scold. I mean, there's a lot of confusion between what is scolding. I mean, what isn't a scold? So it's a very generic term, and it has a very negative connotation. So I think it would be wiser for you to use that word lesser, because it makes everything ambiguous in the sense it's vague, it's not clear. Scold, right? Right? But your mom was very particular. She said she would sit you down and hear your explanation as to why you did that mistake. Remember? And the second question that you weren't able to answer was your grandparents' name. Your mom said you wouldn't know your grandparents' names, but you at least knew your grandma's names, which is really good. Now, looking at this, do you have any resolutions, any commitments you'd want to make?
The screaming part and the scolding part, I'll try, and I have been trying as much as possible not to, scream at her, like the promptly, like, mother, I did this, mama, I did this. Then sometimes when you're in the immediate reaction, that's not good for both of us. So,
okay, that's a nice resolution, right? Would you like that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now for you, you get to pick one of these and make that your resolution. Okay? So here. Your mom wrote all of them.
Sleep on time.
Is that a problem?
she knows that.
Kind of. Sometimes I have to stay up late doing my homework, or sometimes I sleep late.
What do you do though if you're not doing your homework?
Like drawing. I don't feel sleepy.
Okay, all right. You need to make it a schedule. I was told, or I don't know if I read it or someone told me, that at your age, if you get this the right amount of sleep, which is like 8 hours or 8 to 9 hours, right? If you get that amount of sleep, your brain will have more capacity to grasp things that are taught to you. You want that, right?
Yes.
As a student, you want that, so you need to sleep on time. So can you do that now, Hiram?
Yes.
Can I trust you with it?
Yes.
Let's go to my favorite part, with love. We're going to start with your mom's letter first. Dokush? Okay, so please go ahead.
Yes, Chimi, you are a big girl now. But it seems as if only yesterday you entered this world. I remember holding you for the first time. You were very tiny and fragile. You held my finger with your little hand and smiled up at me. And the memory of that moment is, for all time to come, imprinted on my heart. It's hard for me to describe how much I and your Appa love you. You're the joy of my life and your Appa's life. Being your parents has been one of the greatest gifts in my life. There's nothing that could ever change how I and your Appa feel about you. And I hope you know that. You're just growing up too quickly, and I love watching you grow taller and more beautiful. It has been the best adventure of my life, watching you grow, learn and explore. I want you to be bold, brave and believe in the power of your dreams, as you have always been doing that. The dreams that shine in your lovely eyes like stars will always illuminate your way. I want you to be whatever your heart wishes you to be. Thank you for allowing me to make mistakes and learn as I go. I'm not perfect as a mother. You know, we are not perfect. We are not born as a mother. But you let me make mistakes and tell you I'm sorry when I do. Thank you for just being you, and thank you for being the joy of my life. I love you so very much. You're mommy's best friend, Abba's little girl. And you'll always remain, you know. I love you very much.
I mean, your letter tells me that you guys are very open with each other. You guys have a very open relationship. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah.
You guys behave like friends.
Yeah.
Look like friends too. I mean, you guys look very much alike, but you look too young to have a daughter
thank
this
you.
big. All right, your turn now.
Dearest Mummy, I would like to express my love to you in this letter. You have brought me into this world, suffered pains, and have sacrificed for me, and I am very grateful to you. You mean the world to me. I love you to the farthest star and back. You have been there by my side till today. I would never give you up for anything. You are the best mother in my eyes. I love you and I want you to be happy. If I ever hurt you, please forgive me. I love you a lot, but I cannot express it all in words. Love to me.
That's it.
You write well, and it's very expressive already. And thank you so much for coming, La. Okay.
you.
You can't discipline kids for talking back one day and ignore it the next day. Be consistent.
Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go.
Any brand, everywhere. Amongst all watches, Titan is the winner of the Red Dot Design Award, which is equivalent to the Oscar Award in the film world and holds the record of the slimmest watch in the world. Titan is the 5th largest watchmaker in the world, sold in 32 countries and has over 1,000 varieties, catering to more than 135 million customers worldwide. Why don't you be one of them? Titan is now in Bhutan with Kushu Enterprise, the sole distributor. Visit us at Kelwang Building near Clock Tower in Thimphu. We have genuine Titan watches for all, from school-going children to office-goers to armed force personnel to sportsmen, with contemporary to classic designs. You can get your choice of watch at Titan. Get your Titan from Tashi Commercial Corporation in Penciling, Gelefu, Samdup Jongkhar, Paro and Thimphu, Bhutan Distributor in Penciling, Choden Songkang in Mongar, Tshering Dorji General Store in Tashigang, and Royal Bhutan Army Canteen in Thimphu. A Titan watch is not only a timepiece, but also a piece of jewelry with a sentimental value. Get a jewel for yourself and for your loved ones at MRP ranging from 450 to 25,000 Nultrum. When you choose Titan, you are choosing a lifetime companion you can depend on every day and every season.